Hello, this is the Penguineers, and today we're going to be going into our second engineering tutorial video. This time, we're going to be talking about the various upward motion and intake mechanisms for your robot this season, and the advantages and disadvantages to each.
An arm is an excellent option for beginner teams that are looking to get some upward motion on their robot. Arms usually consist of a C-channel that is attached at one end using a motor, and the other end usually consists of some sort of intake and or outtake method. These arms are great whenever it comes to teams that need upward motion in their robot, specifically for this year's Centerstage game, but don't know how to build an intricate linear slide and intake method, and need to score efficiently. Claws are another excellent option for beginner teams that need an intake and outtake method. Claws usually consist of either one static and one active arm or two active arms that, especially in today's game, are able to pick up pixels and deposit them on the board. Claws are usually built using bent flat pieces that are attached to straighter flat pieces that then go on the end of the arm. Whenever you add foam padding to the claw itself, it ups its grip strength tremendously. Additionally, another option to have a more efficient and active claw is to add tension on the claw itself. This tension that we added to our claw, in addition to the foam padding, made our robot be able to pick up the pixels very easily and also deposit them on the board very accurately. Overall, for a beginner team, intermediate team, or even a more advanced team, a claw is an amazing option in the beginning of the season and can even compete through the entire season for teams that are looking to grab onto objects, whether it's pixels for this season or any other game objects for the next coming seasons.
Another great way for upward motion on your robot is to install a linear slide. Although this is a more advanced option, it presents a number of advantages in the versatility it can provide. First, linear slides are a lot more efficient than arms and claws. They move directly and can be moved usually a lot faster and more precisely than these claws and linear slides. So when you're out taking pixels, you can be a lot more precise about what height you put it at and where specifically you want to put it at on the board. In addition, these slides are a lot more versatile than the arm itself. Like these slides, even this year, could be used for hanging, outtaking, and even doing other things on your robot. They're a lot more versatile and have a lot more advantages than the claw, despite their advanced status. Another way to intake besides an arm, especially for more advanced teams, is an actual active intake mechanism. For this, it would consist of a motor spinning an axle to which multiple objects that would catch and deposit whatever material is for the game would be on. This year, we used an active intake for our second generation robot, and it consisted of entrapment stars attached to an axle, in addition with surgical tubing on the bottom so it would catch these pixels and move it up a ramp. Active intakes are very good. For example, this year, with the human player, a claw would need to be more precise. You'd have to line it up and make sure you perfectly vertical and horizontally around the pixel so you could catch it effectively. With our Generation 1 robot, we ran into some of these problems related to the claw. We would have to line up and talk and communicate, and all that takes time. But with an active intake, that's different. An active intake, you could just line up your robot with the entrapment stars or whatever object you use to spin itself, and it will catch it automatically because it's naturally spinning. In addition, active intakes can pick up multiple at a time more easily. It picks up faster on a ramp and is just easy to outtake and intake effectively, especially for this year with pixels that are hard to pick up by itself.